share this content. Let that friend or neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Mama said that there will be days, literally, just like this. Today's episode, they're going to also today talk to Christian Parker, Clayton Adams. So be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to check upon those particular parameters. Cowboys, it's competition all the time. For your mind, by the way. Let's get it. Come on. 5, 4. As this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button. Shout out to you, Mark. I see you on the Facebook sides of things. Come on, YouTube. Stand tall with me. Walk with me. Work with me. Here we go. Jeremy, thank you for jumping in.
Hey, bro, come on now, bro. Come on, man.
There you go. Davies, what's good with you? Hey, let this room fill up. Let's get it. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about our Law Nation's groove? The longest intro in the land. 3, 2.
Oh my God.
And what? Had some breakfast still in my beard, man. What's good with y'all, man? The hairy one, the bearded one, Law Nation. What's good with y'all, man? Appreciate everybody, man. It's a pleasure being able to talk football with you guys. With that being said, a little housekeeping. Can you do that? Huge favor for me. Hit that like button. Share this content. And I ain't too proud to beg. Sharing is caring. So we heard the monumental, grandiose news yesterday that George Pickens showed up, right? And he, of course, we all know he signed a franchise tag. And we're going to be talking about a few of those type of things. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, what to do with the competition side. As you see in the titleship, you see Jalen Thompson. You see as well as Deron Bland for everything that he do for the team and everything. And we want to be on the same page. And also, I forgot to mention that the Cowboys did sign someone. I'm still trying to get the footages and film together, but we're going to try to pull that out. I see unity, man, in the community, man. That's what we need, unity in the community. Let's continue to find ways to help grow this. But before I go into further details, the Cowboys did sign someone by the name of Amir Speed. Now, he is a traveling defensive back, played for multitudes of teams, haven't found his home yet. Played for the USFL Houston Gamblers. So
and today is another day to be better, to improve, and to up your worth and up your stock. Like, come on, man. We out here to get better. And come on. Like, how could you not be happy being out here? How could you not?
Yeah. So
Go.
So with that being said, man, they signed this guy, and I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat. They like, hey, man, all I can say is, hey, man, give this man a shot. We've been striking good with USFL guys, and competition is competition. We can all argue that the last 2 seasons been terrible in defense, right? You can't get any worse. So my thing is the goalpost. I know we're going to move it, but can he be better than Andre Booth, right? And can he be better than what we seen out of Kyer Elam up until the point that he lifted up that baby? He should never lifted that baby up. You get what I'm saying? But hey, he don't have to be better than anyone else but those boys, and we better as a team. So shout out to him. It's hard to find tape on him, by the way. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't see bad tape. I don't see good tape. So this is all I can find so far. So as soon as we get more and more details about Amir Speed, then we can get things going. There's one funny joke right here from Eric. He's saying, come back, I'll get you, slow down. So this is like an illustration that the kid, even though his last name is Spade, he's a little slow, right? A little slow-footed. But neither here nor there. Lauren asks, what's your thoughts on Devin Moore? Shout out to you on the Facebook side. Moore is going to take time to develop. I think that he's in the right wheelhouse. You got the DB whisperer, allegedly, right? Ryan Smitty, as well as Derek Ansley, and you have Christian Parker. So I think that Devin Moore, like Devin the Dude, he's going to be okay, right? I think that as long as you don't throw him into the deep end too early, DBs are the strangest position in the world, right? It's built totally on confidence. Let me say this again. DB play is built totally on confidence. The moment you lose it as a DB, you second guess. And then on top of that, as a defensive back, you got to have short-term memory. But you got to have long-term technique and all of this other stuff. So even if you're going to get burnt on the plate, you got to forget it. But you got to remember the steps that got you burnt and don't repeat those things, right? And we were repeat offenders, right, last season. So hopefully this season, when we have a better strategy, system, and scheme put into place, that, man, our DB play is going to be a whole lot better. But that's Amir Speed, by the way. Shout out to him. He will be rocking the silver and blue. Don't know what number he'll be having, but he will have to fight and earn for that spot. Now, speaking of spots and fighting for things, let me pull this part up right quick. And this is from this guy by the name of Stephen A. Smith.
I respect George Pickens. I want him to get his money. He deserves it. And in no way is this a slight. But football is an incredibly violent sport.
It is, yeah.
And when you look at the National Football League and you see guaranteed money being paid to wide receivers in the 9-figure range, and this man is on a 1-year, $27.3 million franchise tender, you can't convince me he ain't going to be on the football field making business decisions. I don't believe it. I'm not saying he's not going to prioritize football. I'm not saying he's going to be lackadaisical. I'm not saying that he's not going to be in the best condition he can possibly be in and be ready to perform.
Right.
But there's a difference between that and going over the middle.
Well, football is a violent sport. Coach would say, hey, don't give me bad tape, right? And don't give me bad habits. If he's been advised not to play and he went against the grain and said, you know what, I'm playing anyway, F you and the boat you rode or boat you sailed in on or the horse you rode in on, then I get that, right? But we don't see any disgruntledness about George Pickens. We don't see him talking out of order. Right, he's a very well-respected guy. I think that he's clothed with a wrong, bad, negative connotation because of the simple fact he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers and all of their history of bad wide receivers. And, of course, the man had a lot of fines because of being late, being with aggressions, of throwing helmets and stuff like that. I get all of that, right? most 23-year-olds are and 24-year-olds. I'm not saying that he's different, that he shouldn't be judged upon those type of things, but he's not out here in the streets getting arrested, not chasing down people running outside of strip clubs with shoes off, right? And pulling out guns and stuff and doing domestic violence. Those are things that we've seen in the National Football League, that people get multitudes of contract, big money, and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? So I get the character assassination with George Pickens, but he's been pretty much a well-off guy here from a locker room connotation and beyond. So Pickens need to look at it from this aspect. We know about the money. We know about the concerns of if he plays and ball out, that now Jerry got to write him a bigger check. We know all of that. We know how the Joneses operate. They're banking. When you put someone under a franchise tag, you banking that he's not going to perform up to that level, right, that he performed the previous year. It means that you have reservations on said player, and there's nothing wrong with that because you got your money all tied up somewhere else. When people start being truth with themselves, that's when everything can operate and work well, right? There's some things that's what's understood shouldn't have to be explained, right? We know that the Cowboys literally don't trust George Pickens. They love him, as they say with wordplay, but they don't trust him because they still don't know him. They're not willing to take that leap of faith, and that is okay. Now, Pickens, his job is to say, okay, now it's time for me to showcase what I can do out there on the field of play. Since you don't trust me, I got $27 million reasons so that you can trust me after I put up these results. Because this right now will be the cheapest you will ever see me. Right? So it is for what it is. And it is for what it is. People fail to realize that, you know, on 1,000,000% chance, right? They're going to sign George to a 4-year, $125 million contract, $85 million guaranteed. This is from the Law Nation 2904. Now, the $85 million guaranteed, it'll be hard to make that justifications when A.J. Brown is on a 3 to 4 year older contract and he's getting $84 million guaranteed, right? It's hard to make the justification that he should get only, he says 85, that he only get $1 million more guaranteed money than Alex Pierce, right? You got a guy that got $100 million guaranteed, I think, contract out of Christian Watson, you know. So, well, incentive on all of this other stuff. So I get it, the 125, but the $85 million guaranteed, that still probably will not be enough. But I get it. You know, numbers are numbers. If he do sign something like that, that's a plus for him in his pocketbook. Hey, just send me about $3 to $4 million. You know, I'll be okay. But it is trust is trust, right? It goes two ways, you know. And it's the only thing that takes 1,000 years to build and 1 second to lose, right? Just like that, right? So it is for what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But all hands down to what Stephen A. Smith is saying from his perspective is that, shoot, you fool around and get a player that got these type of constraints and it's time to take a ball across the middle and he get alligator arms, or if he gets shallow with it, that's a reflection upon him. That means that when it's time for you to pony up to get more and more money and more details, now people going to look back at that tape and say, hey, he lost. Hey, man, he dropped it. Hey, man, now that's going to drive down your price. I don't think Pickens is built to that point because I went back to look at tape when he was in middle school and high school. He loved to mouse people, man. He loved to embarrass the ops. He loved to make this about a personal situation that you're gonna try to come at me, huh? Y'all saw that video with him and Marshawn Lattimore, right? He was going toe to toe with that guy, right?
And putting your body on the line and at risk, to be productive on the football field. I respect George Pickens.
Yeah. So we respect the mindset, of, hey, man, I'm coming out here anyway. Now, here's another part that I want to say. I think Broadus did a good job of recalling this right here. But let me pull up these other two segments right here, and then we'll talk about these type of things. The longer you wait, the cheaper the rate. Shout out, Jerry. The inverse, man. Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. Shout out to you in the chat, though. Come on with it.
Hold out. I'm here. I'm happy to be back, and it's football first. Jane Slater reporting that he stressed that word first pretty strongly in the locker room session. He said the reason he did not report to voluntary workouts is on the advice of his agent, David Mullick, is just because he's in control. So he's like your boss. So there's no trust or anything there. He controls what you do. So really, you trust him. And I think that would maybe swing the pendulum maybe back the other way a little bit, because if this becomes Mulligetta against Jones's and George Pickens is sort of a spectator or a pawn in that game, maybe that could swing it back to being more in question. But after he said it so convincingly, he's back, no hold in, no hold out, I'm feeling pretty good. He said, what's important to me is winning. Like I said, I always want to bring a Super Bowl to a group of guys that never had that feeling. That's really the most important part to me. Says the game is going to be the game. I'll play football first and let my agent worry about it. And we're implementing a lot of plays to have me, CD, Javonte, and Dak on the field to open up a lot of stuff. So it seems that he's excited, and if it was up to George, I think he'd be a Cowboy for life, and that would probably already be done. He was at.
All right, so great conversation for the nation on this topic matter. Got a super chat. Let's see what this is all about.
At freshman_cute at $11.10. Saluting face, what's good law? How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? Appreciate you, man, for taking the money out and really supporting the nation.
Money out, all of it.
Appreciate you, man.
Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on.
Appreciate you so much, man.
Come on.
That's freshman.
Does it better?
The word boss kind of rubs some people the wrong way, right? And it seems as if though you're mindless when you say, hey, I'm giving up my responsibilities and my duties to my agent, right? He's my boss. Now, there's a two-way street, right? We know in actuality that George Pickens is the boss. Competition is everything, but George Pickens is the boss. He hires David Mulligetta. David Mulligetta don't hires him, right? So when we say these type of things, it's just like when you go and you trying to purchase a home. First, before you go and get you a realtor or what have you, you have to make sure that everything is in line with yourself first. Whether it's a pre-approval ladder, whether you took the cost, one must count the cost before he built the house, right? So you have to make sure that you have enough money and you did your own market research on the school district, the pathway that this house, if you have kids on the school district, on the pathway of the house, where it's located at, the schooling, the emergency, how many people that's in this said city, whether it's I guess a single one storage or you're just looking for a flat, you do all of those things. Then you go get your pre-approval letter, right? And your pre-approval letter says for George Pickens, $100 million. That's where we starting at, $100 million. So you take that and you go into your agent, and he's supposed to shop and look for something that's suitable for you, right? And what I'm getting at with George Pickens, what I like about this is that sometimes if you're going to hire the damn chef, let that chef be the chef. If you're going to hire that realtor, let that he or she be the realtor. If you're going to hire the mechanic, let the mechanic be the mechanic. But what this world have done is that everybody knows everything now, right? You got people that put doctor in front of their names. They're not even doctors. And they got people sitting on couches and stuff, and they're trying to give you advice on things that they don't even know that is accurate or up to par. But with the modern day of Chat GPT, everybody, doctors, lawyers, people are just trying to do everything a little bit too much. Whereas now, the one thing that I love about George Pickens is, hey, David Mulugeta, he's my boss. It's kind of like that. And he's going to give me the right, and I'm meaning just that, the right information in order for me to stay afloat. Now, there are some things that I'm going to push back on, but ultimately, he's the boss. And so many people get angry and upset about that. Like they go to their financial advisor and say, hey, no, I don't like this, which is cool. But at some point, you got to let people do what they are specialized in. And you got so many people that's been running around trying to do so many things that they forget the main thing. And the main thing is George Pickens is here. He's working out. He's going to be in camp, and he's going to perform. But he's going to let David Mulugeta do David Mulugeta things. Now, I said all of this is because it should get a little dirty. It should get a little nasty. Because for those who went and purchased a house, that pre-approval letter, that was cool. That's the easy part, right? Finding out where the location of the house and doing all of your due diligence, that's the easy part. But wait till it's time for them underwriters to come through there. When they start lifting up all of those stones, right? They want to know how tall you are, what color your pee. They want to know, hey, where are you getting your money from? They want to check not just your credit. They going to check, hey, what's your mama maiden name, right? They checking her stuff out, right? They want to say, hey, can you send me an additional copy of your birth certificate and where you work at again? And you say, hey, I already got pre-approved. The underwriter job is to do that, right? So it is the same way with George Pickens playing for the Cowboys. Mud on the boots. I feel you, Jerry. Yeah. So I do like how all of this process is processing out. George is smart enough not to get in his feelings, to speak out of turn, and he's wise enough to get out there and say, hey, I know in my heart that JSN money, I know I'm better than him. But right now, the way things are set up, I can't say that. That man done lifted up a Lombardi trophy. He done played in games that I couldn't even imagine. And I'm talking about postseason and Super Bowl, right? But if I play my part, the money is going to come. But what people like to do is they like to put the money before the productivity. It don't work that way. So allow David Mulugeta, he's not bad. If you think David Mulugeta is bad, and Jerry, I see you in the chat, and Jerry is the innocent one, then I got land on the moon for sale. Jerry's whole ideology is to, hey, I want to buy low and sell high. I want to make it as if, though, these players are greedy and not us. These NFL guys, the owners, you can own stuff until you're 190,000 years old, like Jerry. But you can only play, the average lifespan of a player is 2 to 3.5 years. There's heavy turnover in this business. But somehow, the NFL then got wise enough to make it as if though the players are greedy. that the players shouldn't be asking for this type of money. And that the owners are cash poor or they broke. And we've seen what FIFA did. They was in Dallas Stadium, which is Arlington, for a Costco sample size. And they said, let me put some tent up there. Man, let me put some real natural grass out there. Because we care about our product. We care about our players and our mission. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why, and I love it, you know, Jerry hold the cards. That's how the CBA is structured. And here's the reason why CBA, the collective bargain agreement, and I know I'm way off topic from the title today, but this is the reason why the players union is the NFL players union is the weakest amongst all sports, and the CBA is trash because the people that's making decisions now for the NFL, they're not going to be here 5 to 6 years from now. In the NFL owners meeting, here's what's happening. They meet twice or 3 times. They meet every quarter. How many quarters in a year? They meet every quarter. The CBA, the NFL, and all what they do, they meet once or twice every 2 years. And then on the highest of their highest turnovers is the simple fact that the NFL have over a 50% turnover rate. Meaning that is 90 people on a team, it's 53 that's going to start, and 53 guys that make the actual roster. And then out of the 53, over a third of them guys going to be bumping into you at Walmart, or they be working at Uber. They're going to be right there with you, you know, dropping off packages at Amazon, right? UPS. You be like, hey, man, don't I know you? Yeah. Oh, you James Washington. I knew you, man. You played for the Cowboys for quite a small sample size, right? Oh, you running NFL camps now, and then you delivering packages on the side. Okay, cool. But these NFL owners, they buying Dollar General stores. They buying up real estate and land. Oh, man. You know, Jerry Jones owned. If you go and look up what Jerry Jones owned, he owns half of the apartment complexes that's around the stadium in Arlington. He owns the real estate in L.A. where the Chargers and the Rams play. He owned the real estate there. So these guys are making hand over fist over an NFL, and I know I'm way, way off topic. God dog, I'm gonna fight my way to get back on topic. But that is what we're dealing with. So the CBA that's today is going to be a different CBA the next time around. And the NFL is designed for these guys to be so selfish that none of these guys got the gonads to say, you know what, we're going to hold out. We're going to sit out. We're not finna play, and nobody should cross that line. But what will happen here is that even if these guys, you got 90 people that's fighting for a job, that I ain't going to even hold you. The moment, even if the NFL say, hey, we holding out, and the players said that they are holding out, and the Cowboys by 2 weeks from now saying they're having tryouts, don't you know that there will be a Law Nation out there, a big Amish, you know, Rico? Boy, we'll be all sitting there saying, man, hey, give me number 88, man. Give me 24. Somebody be like, give me 24, shoot. Hey, give me, you know, I can wear that number. All the armchair quarterbacks, we'll cross that picket line, and we will be out there. Yeah. They call it the replacement league. Boy, we will be out there for chicken feed. And saying the players won't take this money, but shoot, I can run or I can defend for $250,000. Jerry, send it to me, right? and that what will happen because nobody is really locked in like that. So that's why the NFL get hosed every time because it's too big. Pause if necessary of players that you have to manage. Basketball, 15 guys. Baseball, 20, 25 guys. We got too many players to manage, and you got too many people that will be shanking the player in the back and say, hey, if this guy won't play for $5 million, I know for sure I will play for a full $1 million, right? So it is for what it is. I got 77 OT. Yeah, we will all be there, And all it takes is one time. If we could just have our contract and our name with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet one time, boy, I could put that on my resume everywhere. Yeah. Law Nation. He wore 24. He was the defensive back guy. Even though he was getting burned left and right, it's not a strange for a mid-40-year-old guy to get out there. But, man, shoot, he made one play. All I need, the longest yard. All right, I'm going to get back to the subject matter. The subject matter is that we got a lot of competition here. But before we go into that, Brandon Laurie. No, I was going to talk about Brian Broaddus on his thought track of this. Let's listen.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know the other day I was talking about this because I visited with some people that are close to George, and they were saying that George is the boss. That George is the guy. I mean, he's represented by a couple different guys, David Mulugeta and Trey Smith, the two guys that he does.
Steve Scott?
No, I wish
Trey
Smith.
Quite a talent.
Yeah. But this guy told me, he's like, listen, George is his own guy. So for him to come out and say, I know David's the boss and all that, that's a little bit, I appreciate, hey, horses from the horse's mouth. But people that are close to George, they're telling me, they're like, George runs the operation there. George is very much like you work for me kind of guy. So it's a little bit surprising to hear that, but listen, hey, I just think what you're going to do is you just hope you, as a Cowboy fan, that you get the absolute best 1 year out of this guy.
I think you will.
And if you do, great. And then if you want to tag him again, or money comes free, or you want to make it something long term, then you could do that. But like I say, I am not surprised he hasn't practiced, or he went through the individual and stuff today. But to be ready for camp, good for him. That's exactly what they need to do.
Well. George is very calculative, and I think that he's very, very, very smart on how he handled things. And there are laws, right, beyond for what the common folks will know. 48 laws of power. One of the laws that you will have to really understand if you're traveling around in these powers of places, free game, right? Is there's a law 3. It states, conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance. Use smoke screens. That benefits you. So he operating out of law 3. And then there is another law out there where it's never to outshine your master. Now, people get into other connotations about the word master play. But if this is the guy that's going to be working for me, I don't want to outshine him. I want to make sure that I prop him up and give him all of the power that I can to put the battery in his back. Because one of the things that you want to operate within the laws of 48 laws of power, not to give y'all so much sauce on this, is the fact that you want other people to do the work for you. So that's what George Pickens is operating in. And I'm not saying that he's part of the affiliations of any of these 48 laws of power, but he got to guard his reputation at all costs too, by the way. So if George Pickens understanding on how to move, got another super chat. Appreciate you.
At freshman_cute at $11.10. Replacement league would have 25 Ben DiNucci's rolling on the floor laughing. Bro mad one throw rolling on the floor laughing.
You ain't lying. The replacement league. I'm definitely putting my name in a hat. Yeah, they be mad at me. Hey, don't cross the picket line. Yeah, I'm over there. I'm pulling out my helmet, and I'll be just like this over here. Yup. Yeah, I'll have this helmet right here. Say, Jerry, can I wear this one? Can I get a league approval for the visor? So appreciate y'all so much, man. Appreciate you as well as freshmen. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for helping me out. That would definitely get me out to Oxnard. That is exactly what he's doing, baby. So I'm not worried. I'm not mad about Pickens on how he's operating and how he's moving, right? I think that it's very smart for him to do those things, and it's wise, and it's not dumbfounded, right? So this is Albert Breer on the Cowboys speculations that the news that you can't pay everybody and somebody's going to be a casualty and these sorts of things. Come on with it. My guy Sean Harris, I like what you said. Don't cross the Pickens line. Ooh, I like that. Come on with it.
Finally, question number 3. This is from Brandon Laurie. That is at Brandon is right. People seem to think that if the Cowboys even consider signing George Pickens long term, it'll be tough to keep both CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. Do you think there's a world where Pickens is the number 1 in 2027 and not Lamb? No, but I can see that in 2028. If Pickens becomes a top of the food chain receiver, like it looked like he was becoming last year, and like since he was a teenager, he had the potential to get there, right? Like he's been viewed by NFL people this way for a long, long time, and the character stuff, the off-field, whatever you want to call it, has gotten in the way of all of that. If he becomes that this year and he takes it up even another notch from where he was last year, then I think the Cowboys have a good dilemma on their hands.
It is a good dilemma. Shout out to Albert Breer. I've read some comments about, hey, Pickens wouldn't have his numbers if CeeDee Lamb stayed healthy. Pickens only got his numbers because of CeeDee Lamb too and all of this stuff. Man, that's life, man. That's life. This proves that the NFL is a team sport. It's a team sport. Law, what you mean, man? Let me break it down. We good? We good on time with everybody? This show may be long. Buckle up. If you grew up in the early 80s, you would hear about, still storylines of Roger, what he was doing. You would hear storylines about John Elway, Dan Marino. You would hear storylines about Joe Montana. You would hear storylines about Warren Moon and stuff like that, fighting to get into the NFL sides of things. You would hear storylines about these great quarterbacks or great teams in general. It's a twofold system. Everybody was said, okay, Troy Aikman ain't on the level of Jim Kelly, John Elway. I remember fighting vividly Joe Montana and all of those boys. Damn it, he wasn't in the system that they were operating in. Troy Aikman, to this day, is still one of your most accurate throwers of the ball. But Steve Young was in a different system. They threw the ball more than they ran. We was a run-first team. Jim Kelly numbers lapse Troy Aikman numbers, right? It's just for what it is. But this is the ultimate team game. Troy Aikman didn't have to throw the ball all over the field. He had Emmett. And I know that if you look at the Bills and what they were able to do, they had Thurman Thomas. They had just about everything. They had Andre Reed. They had their triplets too. Jim Kelly, they had their triplets. There's no different. But they didn't have our coaching. Bills had defense. Bruce, what's his name is? Put his name down in the chat. Right? So we would be crazy to say that, hey, the reason why Joe Montana is good because of Jerry Rice, or vice versa. The reason why Jerry Rice is good because of Joe Montana, they good because they had each other. People got to stop that. And that's what I'm looking at people when they say, hey, man, George Pickens only had numbers because. No, that's bullshit. He was in a better system than what he was previously in. Bruce Smith. I was going to say Bruce Armstrong. Yeah, Bruce Smith. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Bruce Smith was a dog, man. Bills had no weak spots. Shoot, the Bills was just beating down everybody until he got down to the Cowboys, or I think they lost to the Super Bowl, also to the Washington, whatever, you know. But it goes to show you that it takes a team sport. One of the other things that people fail to take away is that, oh my goodness, Emmitt Smith, he had the O-line for your mind and all of this stuff. That's the only, I'd be like, that's still to this day. People discredit Emmitt Smith like he wasn't doing that in high school, middle school, college. And when we get to the pros, Emmitt was still doing the Emmitt stuff. And people fail to realize, oh man, it's because Barry is better. So what? Barry's not light years better. He's just better. By probably small margins. If you give me an option, I would still take Emmitt. Give me the longevity. Give me the guy that can absolutely block too, by the way. Who can catch the football. Who can absolutely run behind his block. But Law, Barry never had all of these damn all-pro offensive linemen. Bull sugar. Go look up Loomis Brown and look up those other guys that Barry was running behind. The Cowboys, none of these guys were drafted in the first round. It couldn't be the Cowboys' fault that they knew how to coach up guys. It couldn't be the Cowboys' fault that Emmitt knew how to run behind moves. It wasn't the Cowboys' fault that we had the playmaker, Troy, Jay Novacek. But if you really do your research, man, the Detroit, they still had Herman Moore and all of them boys. They had their set of guys too, by the way. But what people tend to do is everybody is better because of the product that we had, right? And it's crazy. It is flat out crazy that people would discredit all of those touchdowns, all of those yards after catch, all of those yards after contact with Emmitt, the stiff arm, you know, all of those things. Yeah, Andre Reed was nice, right? Shoot, the Bills were loaded, you know. And if you really think about it, the teams that won it in the 90s, they were loaded. Loaded teams win. That's just how the process go. If you think the 41ers had trash players, no, they were loaded on offense and defense. If you think that year that the damn Green Bay Packers won their Super Bowl, they were just waiting for the Cowboys to get out the way so that they can win. They were loaded with Brett Favre and the damn running back name tip of my tongue, Andre Rison and all of them boys, they were loaded. Denver, John Elway with the yellow teeth, they were loaded. Sanders never got hurt. Yeah. Sanders never got hurt too. But he didn't have the endurance like that damn Emmitt Smith, boy. Yes, indeed. And I'm still mad at what the damn Detroit did to us in 91. So I'm still mad at Detroit. You know, shoot. I think Sanders is still somewhere running on us. That's why I never liked Barry Sanders to this day. All right. Sanders was even good in college. Yeah. Just looked different. Yeah. Reed Rison was dangerous. Yes. So what I'm getting at is that we can't discount George Pickens for being here and saying that, hey, the only reason why he was great is because of CeeDee Lamb was here and then CeeDee got hurt and he got the numbers. That's just how it goes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Dorsey Levens and them boys. And that damn defense, boy, Reggie White and them, man, that damn Green Bay, they were praising. They were praising everybody. Oh, man, the Cowboys got rid of Jimmy Johnson. Oh, yeah. They were praising the whole situation. Okay, yeah. We can finally win now, you know, when they got Barry Switzer back there. All right.
because if they wind up paying George Pickens over $40 million a year to be that guy for them, and that would take him walking the straight and narrow all year and proving it again from a character standpoint and showing that he's grown up and all that different stuff in addition to the production. But if they were going to pay him at that level, now I think you have a little bit of an issue with CeeDee Lamb, because CeeDee Lamb has been your number one. And if you look at the recent history, a lot of players in this day and age now look at it and say, the end of my contract isn't the end of my contract. The end of my contract is the end of my guaranteed money. And the reality is the deal that CeeDee Lamb did in 2024, most of the guaranteed money is done after this year. I believe he's got $7 million guaranteed after this year in 2027. So,
man, let's not do this, man. Cause we the only team that can't have good stuff, man. We the only team that can't have good stuff, man. It's always, hey, we got to worry about this, worry about that. And too slow to pull the trigger on this and too slow to pull the trigger on that. The scenarios of we can't have good things.
So if you pay George Pickens at the highest level and now you have CeeDee Lamb coming back and there's not much guaranteed money left on his contract, does he make noise about that? Does that become a problem? I don't see a scenario where CeeDee Lamb won't be in the roster in 27. I think he's probably still there. But signing Pickens could be with the idea that essentially you're eventually going to move from Lamb to Pickens. And Lamb's been a great player for them. I think Pickens probably has a little bit of a higher ceiling. But again, that's a good problem for the Cowboys to have.
That boy said, Lamb been a great player. Pickens got a higher ceiling. Two different wide receivers. I think that both players haven't even hit their prime yet. It's so crazy. I was going through the archives and I went and saw a video of an old school video too, by the way, 2007. My guy, let me see.
More or less of the Dallas-Miami Super Bowl. I believe you give
old
choral
school
traditionally on 35th anniversaries, although modern days now a lot of people are giving jade. There's Tony Romo wrapped up, and he gets it to Tony Curtis. Cowboys up 17-13 fourth quarter. Dolphins down by 10. Trent Green for Chris Chambers. Didn't throw it far enough. Anthony Henry gets that.
Henry was a dog with
Did
us.
Green throw. Cowboys coming 4th and 4.
This.
And Romo for Terrell. He had 5 catches. Here's one on in. He was penalized for using the goalpost as a prop. And
all right, so I showed you guys that little snippet there. Tony Romo was 31 for 43 for 345 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, passing, 1 touchdown, running. My guy Terrell Owens had 6 catches, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Guess how old Terrell Owens was. Guess how old he was. When Terrell Owens got here, that naysayer was 32 and a half years old. And he was still catching 6 catches, 100, how many yards? 121 yards and 1 touchdown. 32 and a half. Lamb nor Pickens close to 30 yet. Let me say this again. Lamb nor Pickens is close to being 30. So, man, these guys got a long way to go before they even hit their prime like that. I know money is always money in. But you just figure this thing out. Figure it out, Cowboys. You have your opportunity right here. Get in front of these contracts. You could, Terrell Owens was just different though. That is kind of crazy for me to even add. And Terrell Owens, believe it or not, whatever numbers he got should have been even better, right? he had majority of his years with Jeff Garcia, you know, and Donovan, what's his name, threw up in the for the Eagles, and he was older then, you know. So it's Donovan McNabb, yeah, McNabb. So can you imagine if T.O. had a legitimate quarterback throughout his career as well as Randy Moss and them boys? So, hey, them numbers could be even better. Hell yeah. So, yeah. So it is for what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look back at all of this, you can have quality things. T.O. had Jerry Rice as his mentor. Yeah, he did. But, yeah, I remember he caught that pass. I guess it was against Green Bay. He had them damn braces in his mouth. Terrell Owens, boy. No, he was crazy. Yeah. McNasty. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So what I'm saying is, man, let these guys compete and let these guys play. But you don't have to get rid of everybody. Man, since I'm cookie cutter for time here, let's go ahead and just segue all the way over to these interviews. It's 12:51.
How's this minicamp?
This minicamp's been great. You know, just
that's
locking in with
M-Law.
the vets. And yeah, I'd say I definitely feel like I'm starting to get into that that routine of being a pro. You know, it kind of started at UCF too, NIL. So coaches are kind of forcing you to now be a pro. So I say it's been really good.
Talked a little bit last time we talked about false stepping and that stuff and trying to correct that stuff.
He got the Dak Prescott sway going on, man.
Maybe start to showcase itself out there.
Right. With the false stepping, I've seen great work, like just hitting it every day, just making it one of my key focuses so that I can use my explosiveness to my advantage when getting off the ball. And so just working with BT with that has been great.
Have you felt faster?
Yes, definitely.
How are you handling the playbook so far?
Oh, it's been good with the playbook. I feel like I'm a pretty fast learner, so that's really been easy. It's just now when I get on the field and do it, it just sticks.
What have you learned from a guy like Rashawn Gary?
A lot. Like just he's very focused on the small details. So whether it's, like you said, false stepping, whether it's working on our steps to get into the tackle, just little things like that. He's big on me with that.
Yeah. So notice he said Rashawn Gary, right? That's wild. So that means that we did accomplish the competition aspect of letting these guys teach, because that's one of the things that we've been all saying we want. Well, that's what what's his name? Brian Schottenheimer. Boy, let me get my coffee. It was Brian Schottenheimer said he want educators and teachers out there, and you seeing it.
He talked about his leadership ability and what he's kind of brought so far. He's obviously a new guy in the building too. How have you seen just his leadership kind of transpire? Does he feel like a new guy, or does he feel like kind of the leader in that room?
No, he definitely feels like the leader in that room and on the team as well. It doesn't seem like he's the new guy on the team at all. Like just the way he's carrying himself. Excuse me. Just the way he's carrying himself, and like you could just see he's been in the league for some years and he knows what to do.
How do you approach learning the playbook? Do you have any tips and tricks from UCF that you have here? What have you taken with you?
Right. Just really like first it starts with like just looking at the play, knowing your job first. So it just starts with that and just writing down, just taking notes really. Like if you take good notes, you'll learn it, because when the coach asks you a question, you can reciprocate it back.
Brian Schottenheimer said along the defensive line he hasn't always seen as much pre-snap communication like amongst the D-line. What goes into that in Christian Parker's scheme, and what's that been like participating in that?
Right. All good defenses communicate, and communication just helps if you're confused with something or you don't know, and you never know, the person next to you could have really needed that and it helped them make the play. So that's just really big on communication.
You're now going from your last year at UCF to the pre-draft process and rookie minicamp and now OTAs and minicamp. You haven't really had a chance to kind of take a breath and rest, but after these 3 days, you're going to hit that downtime in the NFL for the first time for you. What's the balance for you as far as trying to maintain, sharpness as a rookie going into training camp so you can hit the ground running, but also trying to just take a moment to take care of yourself?
Right. So like connecting with the vets first. So just asking them questions like, what do they do during the off season? Because they've been in it longer than me, and I'm new. So just asking them questions, getting those type of questions, and then what was the other?
Just how do you, as a rookie, how do you make sure that while you're, getting some rest and taking that time away, you also know that you have to be in your playbook and you have to make sure that you're ready to go day one in Oxnard. How do you, balance that other thing?
Right, just staying locked in. Just looking at the bigger picture, like this off time is going to be good for me. Like you said, I haven't had really any downtime, but it's just like staying locked in, like the main thing, keeping the main thing, and just coming into camp in shape and ready to go.
How's it been away from the?
They told me the weather's great. It's a great setup.
Yep.
So that's all I have to hear is the weather's great.
How's it been away from the facility? Anything you've done with vets or fellow rookies that have just kind of helped getting you comfortable here?
I haven't done really anything with the fellow vets, but like with our fellow rookies, we've been going bowling, just doing like a little bit of team bonding, stuff like that.
Any guy you've grown close to early on?
Yeah, I say LT Overton, him, DJ Withers, Tommy Dunn, those guys.
Yeah.
Caleb's obviously got a lot of attention as the first round pick. You feel like you've been kind of allowed to be in the shadows a little bit and just kind of get your work done without people noticing as much?
Yeah. That's how I was at UCF. Like, I'm kind of used to being in the shadows, so it really doesn't faze me. It just, once the time comes, people will see the work that you put in.
Yes, indeed, man. Keep working that time, man. Let's get it.
How were you that at UCF? How would you describe that?
What you mean?
Like being in the shadows at UCF, you mean?
Right. Like not being in the spotlight. Like, if you get on Instagram, you probably won't scroll and see my name, but like you'll probably see some other guys' names. So like just being in the spotlight there. But like once you kind of get to know who I was, then it's kind of like I became out of the spotlight.
Is that kind of how the draft process went a little bit for you? Because I think early on people were like, hey, maybe second, third round pick, and all of a sudden.
He not as mean as D-Law, right? This new Law kind of like nice a little bit. D-Law was very short with his answers and response. This new Law right here is he give the impression that he looks mean and bad, but he's more of a, I'm not calling him soft, but he's different, different.
As people got to know you, you were a first round.
Right, yeah. Like kind of building up into the combine. Like I knew I was going to kill the combine though. So it was just funny just hearing all the mocks and stuff like that. But yeah, just being kind of in the shadows and then rising to the top, kind of used to that.
There's a lot of faces that you've got to learn, including your playbook. Do you have a good handle on every player in the locker room now, or still learning names and faces?
It's like both. So like some guys I'm still working on, but other guys I'm pretty close with.
Have you had any interactions with George today?
Nah, not really. No, ma'am.
Dak's number 4. I don't know if you do that one.
He knows, don't hit that one.
Exactly.
I like that one. Yeah. And I like that part. That joke said,
Good joke, Todd.
I think we're good.
All right, bet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think we have a good.
That was one of them fake laughs, man. I love that. I like to hear from Tyler Smith. We'll listen to him a few seconds here, then we'll move to the next person.
A good idea of where we need to improve going into the season. And we have a good plan of attack going into the offseason as well. I know we've talked about it. It's kind of like a leadership group, making sure that we hold our guys accountable as to like having a good plan in the offseason, but really excited to be back with everybody here in the building.
Get back in the playoff.
I think this is the most important room in the building.
Yeah, man, he rocking too.
The culture that we build. Obviously, I think, training camp and everything we do today is going to be a huge part of that, but just continue to build every day and continue to create championship habits, continue to do everything like a champion, whether that be practice, whether that be eating, stretching, all of the things of that nature, because ultimately that's what it's going to take to host up the Lombardi, so yeah.
Having George back in the building today, how nice was it to see him again?
Oh, it was extremely nice. I actually saw George this weekend at a concert, but it's nice to see him here as well. But no, definitely good to have him back. Obviously, I know there's a lot going on around that, but my focus is on the individual. And, as long as George is happy, as long as he's working, obviously in the building with us, I think that's the best place for him for sure.
For him to say, hey, I'm not holding in, I'm not holding out or anything?
That's up to him. That's up to him. As long, when he's here and, he's with us.
I'm going to start swaying with him.
He was locked in. So every time he's here, he's with us.
What concert you going to see?
Don Tolliver. I know.
Good time?
It was actually. It was my first time going to one of his shows. So
Don Tolliver.
It was. I was impressed.
Don Tolliver. Don Tolliver. What songs he got? Okay. All right. Don Tolliver. Huh. Y'all put his songs down in there, man. I'm old, man. Frankly, Beverly Mays.
4x4. Not many people know that though, but 4x4, I do like that one.
What do you do after camp breaks up until Oxnard?
Up until Oxnard, so I'll be around here working out. Obviously, I'm gonna try to take the family sightseeing. We normally take a vacation every summer, so we'll do that. I'll limit it to 10 days max because I gotta work, but we'll do that. We have some good locations queued up. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
I actually have not been there yet. I've seen some pictures because I believe Japan was playing there, correct? Japan just played there. So also some pictures. It looks completely different. Like if those were our locker rooms, I don't recognize them at all. That was crazy. But I do hope to ultimately make it to a game while they're down here.
Trying to go on a run this year.
Talk about this year.
Toxic Tom said, "You mean Bruce Springsteen?"
Yeah, just to build on last year, try to be a better version of myself than I was last year. Stay healthy throughout the whole season, just win games.
Talk about the team in this draft class and come in. What do you see?
Yeah, just everybody that came back, all the new pieces that we added. I feel like everybody doing good. Just seeing everybody out running around, moving on the field and things like that is very positive. I like the way the offense and the defense going.
Man, if you ever out here if you in Dallas, it just goes like that. You will literally walk right by Javonte Williams and don't even know it, right? You'd be like, you will walk by my guy and won't even know it. He don't look like a football player in real life. I promise you. Shout out to him.
Injuries early on, and then you got to get the big payday this offseason. How rewarding and gratifying was that to sign that extension?
Yeah, it felt good just knowing that all my hard work finally paid off, and I got a little bit of security. But I still got a lot more to prove. Go out there. I at least want to go to the Pro Bowl or something, and definitely get a Super Bowl with the team. But just working hard, grinding, and trying.
And E-Boy mentioned Super Bowl. He the third person to mention it now. Come on, Cowboys. Thou should decree a thing.
A better version of myself. That's all I'm worried about.
When you did sign it, was there a moment of hey, there was a point in this career where I didn't know what was next, and now I have the security? Did you have that kind of thought process at all? Or?
Oh yeah, I still be thinking like that. No, I don't think it really hit me yet, like what I did or anything like that. But I'm still grinding, still the same person I was last year. Just keep my head down and keep working.
Yep.
For this team to take it to the next level. Win a playoff game to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I really feel like it's just us versus us. I feel like we can compete with any team in the league. I feel like we just be having too many self-inflicted wounds, penalties, things like that. We just got to stay healthy and keep going.
The league's really going to 13 personnel. A lot of teams like a lot of tight ends, multiple tight ends. You guys obviously have a lot of talented receivers as well. Can you tell how different the box is and how things are from your perspective when it's 11 versus 13 personnel? Do you have a preference?
Oh, yeah. I'd definitely rather be against 11 because, when you got the receivers, like you said, on the field, Jake, and, really any of our offensive players, just a lighter box. It always helps the run game. So, 13 personnel and stuff like that, it kind of pats the box. So, anytime you can spread out, I'd rather do that.
But for 11 personnel to have that success, you need receivers like you guys have, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, sir.
What do you think?
He thought he was going to be like, yeah, I like 13 personnel. Yeah, yes, indeed, man. Most football players like light boxes, man. You don't want no heavy box running in there. You want that light box. And this guy, Javonte Williams, he makes you pay. When you running in that light box, boy, he finds the weakest person, and he lowered their shoulder, man, and he make them pay. So I do like the spread out concept. We just got to get more creative in that look, and everything else will work its way out, Cowboy Nation. Let's go, Cowboys. Before we go any further, let's talk about.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-8 or 817. Every 3 you can dial. Be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of experiences here in Dallas. Keep this in mind. What you doing, Troy? Here in Dallas. And on top of that, if you're ever in a jam, even if it's at work, you hit your toe at the edge of that coffee table, and that coffee table probably shouldn't have to be there. Maybe they ain't OSHA standard. You reach out to our proud partner, Franklin Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. On top of that, if you can't dial the number, just visit frankelfirm.com, and someone there will be able to assist you and fight for you, not against you. Now, if you want to call in and talk to law, that number is 657-390-7391. I have Eric, the resident of the Seattle Seahawks fan / Cowboys, that's in the building. Eric, man, from the 206, you live, man. Talk to me, man.
What's up, right?
Not much, man.
Man, that's a really sad thing about Alden Smith.
Yeah.
I'm also a big Mizzou fan, so that one hit very, very hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Alden Smith, man, that was terrible news. Hope all is well with the family members that coincide. But, man, it's terrible news of losing him. Yeah.
I really think that one of these years, Dallas is going to get that Super Bowl.
Would you say who's going to get the Super Bowl, Eric?
Dallas.
Oh, yeah, man, shoot. Anything is possible, man. I just seen the Knicks win a not a Super Bowl, but a championship. Larry O'Brien. So, shout out to the Knicks, man. If they can do it in 53 years. I don't want it for it to be 53 years for us, but, man, I will sure take it in 30 years. So if we can fool around and find a way this season, I may be doing some crazy stuff on the parade myself, you know.
Yeah. And you, I mean, you're known for doing crazy stuff, bud.
Oh, yeah. I know you did some crazy stuff when your Seattle Seahawks won, right? I know you were doing some crazy stuff, yeah.
So, it's gonna get better for Dallas, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's it gonna take to get back there, I wonder?
What it's going to take is just what they're doing now. Everybody being at training camp, none of this drama stuff, and being on the same page. I think that we're waiting for the defense to arrive, and this will be the year that at least if I can get this defense to be a top 15, top 10, top 5, then we talking, right? And the Cowboys, historically speaking, never won a Super or a Bowl without having a top 10 defense. So if they want to do it, they better get that defense together.
Yep. So I know that more people are going to want to call in, but in closing, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? That's my dog, Eric, man, from the 206. He in the mix, man. I got my guy from the other day, VIP, to call in to bloviate and gloat about his team and everything. And now I finna have this guy on who's about to bloviate and talk about his area because, you know, 100 grand with the plan from the 201. I know he's a happy man. Man, what's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Hey, listen, man, you know, man,
I heard VIP. That's why I didn't call in. I said, I'm going to let VIP, I'm going to let my brother, you know what I mean, get his shine on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to have too much.
Look at my African-American over here.
With too much of this energy. You know what I'm saying? But we just big stepping right now.
Y'all big stepping, man.
Big Tim action, big, the
butters.
orange and blue action.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big chopped cheese action. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, boy. Yeah, that boy just now sobering up. That's what it is. You laid out like Family Guy. That's why you didn't call in the last 2 days. That brother was laid out. That's okay, man. Look, it might be a whole week. If the Cowboys win, it might be a whole week. What happened to Law, man? He got no beard now. Here's the day. Law done changed over here, man.
Lord, listen, man.
Yeah,
I can't explain it. It was a movie, Lord. I just can't explain. Being outside, Lord, watching that clock tick down, and watching the cheers, because we know we're gonna win.
Right.
Like in the celebration, Lord. I just want the Cowboys to experience it, Lord. I want, man, listen.
Man, come on, man.
I just, Lord, it was a great night. Great night, Lord. Great night.
It just seems like, man, the Super Bowl is in LA, right?
Uh-huh.
That's Cowboys world, man. If you ever been in LA, that's like Dallas 2.0, because that's where we go every year. Like next month, I fly into LA. We go to Oxnard. It's only an hour away from LA, a little less than an hour. I mean, if you really think about it, everything is set up for the Cowboys, man. Come on, man. Jerry, get the Illuminati blood, man. The Bohemian Grove ritual, the reptilians, the aliens are back, man. Come on, man. E.T. is back. Everybody's back. We just need the 95, 96 boys to figure that way out. And if we can win, man, there'll be a good going home trip for Jerry, man. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it. L.A. That's where the Super Bowl at this year, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It's in
LA. It's in LA, man. To live and die, man. To live and die in LA, man.
It's in LA, man. I mean, we just got to keep the main thing, man. We don't need all these distractions. We don't need all these people. Facts. Oh man, everybody want to say the Cowboys is doing this and doing that, and what about this and what about? Forget about all these what ifs, man.
Yeah.
Forget about all these
the
what ifs.
The 3-letter, the 4-letter network. They mad now.
They ain't the only ones that mad.
They mad, man. They got to rip up their articles and everything. Damn.
They ain't the only ones that's mad, Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just leave it at that, because you know how people get and people go to saying stuff. Well, all I'm gonna say is they ain't the only ones that's mad. And people like to dress it up as, oh, I'm real this and I'm real that, and I want to no, you people want drama. People, leave the George Pickens thing alone. He said the only reason why he didn't come was because he was listening to his agent. If it wasn't for his agent, he would have been here. So that means all this, man, he want his money and all that stuff. He don't care about that. He want to win games, bro. The money is going to come. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got people out here that got agendas and then dress it up and say that they don't. Stop lying. Man. Stop lying. Man. You feel what I'm saying? Stop lying, You got an agenda. But people like to say, oh, man, I build this way and build that. I have tough conversations. Stop it, man. Stop the lies. I hate that, bro. I hate that. I hate that. You want the drama and all this nonsense and all this and that. That's what you want because you want the content. Come on, man. Cut it out, bro.
You want that
content.
That
thing pisses me off. And then people like to switch things up. Oh, they said this. I don't know how you accept what these people say. But when it don't go against what you want, you don't accept what these people say. And you come up with your own. Man, low-band people, y'all got to be careful out here, man. Just real talk. That's real facts, man.
Yeah, you're right.
It's crazy to me. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me. Like, let it go. We trying to win.
Yeah, we trying to win.
People want to win. People want to win, but they want to win with their narrative on how they want to win.
Yeah. They want to win.
You see what I'm saying? Right? Rather than saying, okay, you know what? We understand what the front office is. We understand.
Right. That's the part that most people fail to realize.
We
know.
understand what the front office is. This ain't nothing new about what they do. They do this every year to different people. Now, what do you want the players to do? You want them to fight? Nah, man. What is that going to accomplish? Nothing.
Yeah.
As long as you go out there and ball, even if they don't pay you, somebody else will. So you go out there and ball and do your thing, and let's go.
Yeah. And they got to be the main thing right there. Saying,
right. People want him to go out there, fight front office, go out there and fight them. You did it for 1 year. Law, you got girls.
Oh,
you
Lord.
got girls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If your girl's been bad all school year, and then their birthday, the day before their birthday, they the best girl since sliced bread.
Yeah.
You gonna sit here and tell me I'm gonna give her the world the next day because she was good for 1 day?
Nah.
It
don't work that way.
Thank you. And everybody knows this. So why people coming on this internet and talking crazy like they don't go off that logic? It blows my mind.
Now to use your analogy here, right? So Pickens, I think that he's a saint compared to like Terrell Owens, compared to like some of the other guys that the Cowboys done paid.
But you know how this go. You know how this go. Reputation is everything.
You got to go.
And once you get a bad reputation, it is hard to rinse it off.
It's right.
Hard.
You're right. It's hard to rinse that off. So Pickens got an opportunity to take advantage of the Cowboys.
If he does, and here's the thing with George Pickens and what people don't understand. He don't gotta come out here and get the same numbers he did last year. Let me tell you why.
Break it down.
He got respect in the league, and they gotta guard that man. Once you get that reputation of, oh shit, he ain't no number 3, he ain't no number 4, he ain't no number 2 receiver, he a number 1, 2.
Here's what I'm gonna say though.
Don't have to have those numbers, Law.
100 grand.
You gotta respect.
No. I think that those numbers, regardless, are gonna be the numbers. He's going to get 1,000. He's a 1,000-yard receiver guy. He's a plus 5 touchdown guy. He is a guy that's going to get that as long as Dak Prescott is healthy, though. That's the only thing.
But what I meant by that is single coverage him if you want to.
Oh yeah.
See what he do to you. That's what I mean by that. Once you get that reputation in the league, teams going to run to get your services.
To get your services, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're going to run to get your services. You could come. Oh, come on now. Didn't Waddle come off a knee injury?
Yeah, Waddle came off.
We got these receivers coming over major ACL, and he still got paid the bag, and the team still went to go get him. Why? Because of his reputation in the league. So y'all gonna sit here and tell me George Pickens won't have the same if he come out? Let's say he get hurt, he got that reputation now.
The only thing that's in his way is because of the past reputation, not just of him, of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the only thing that's in the way. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that 1 year put a major dent in that.
Yeah.
Now let's say he come out and he balls out for half the year. See what I'm saying? He balls for half the year. Man, let's say it's not major numbers, but boy, every time you single covers he did his thing, jumping over people. He's scoring touchdowns. He getting major yak. The numbers ain't there, but you know what happened when he get the ball in his hand and he gets hurt.
But you know who?
He gets hurt.
You
telling me? Knock on some wood. Knock on some wood. You telling me he won't get the bag? You stupid.
Oh yeah, he gonna get the bag.
He's still gonna get the bag
as long as he can showcase it. Now if he do that like week 1, week 2, then now people gonna be like, hey, well, we got to see it again. But I get exactly what you're saying. George Pickens in an isolated situation this season, if he can just still showcase that, hey, I'm trying, and this is the most money that he will ever see for right now, and they're going to be monitoring that, so which is cool. And I get it. You were right on par with all what you said, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody want to talk about, people want to bring up L. Thomas. He ain't had that reputation. He was a knucklehead. So, if you a knucklehead, they're going to want to get you out of there. Yeah. Look at the 49ers, what the 49ers trying to do.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They don't want him there no more. They like, man, once you got that reputation, you think another team going to want to touch you? I don't care how talented you are. You think a team going to want to touch you? You a knucklehead. He want to go to the Washington team. You think Washington really want to touch him? Well, the fans want him to go there, but you really think, man, he might come over here and mess up our locker room. He might come over here. If Dan Quinn bring him in, man, that might be my job. I'm already on the hot seat because of the year we had last year.
Who are you referring to?
What's that wide receiver, man? The wide receiver.
Which one?
That made the videos with the Washington stuff on and all that. What's his name? Oh, his name escaped. Chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Who? Y'all put it in the chat.
Oh man, what's his name?
I don't know, man.
Is it not Debo?
Not Debo. Are you talking about Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That boy got a few screws loose, man. But, yeah, I feel you on Brandon Ayuk. He different, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Crazy
He want to go to Washington. I don't think the fans want him over there. But I don't think they're going to touch him. I don't think they're going to touch him. I think they're going to get Stephon Diggs before they touch him.
Man.
Because Stephon Diggs want to go over there, too.
Man,
so I think they're going to get Stephon Diggs before they touch him.
All them kids he got, he want to go somewhere. Grab a bucket, grab a mop, He got that community with her shoes. He got that community thing going on, man. But, yeah, buddy. Shoot.
Yeah, he definitely need that money.
Yeah, he need all the coins he need. And don't have no personalized shelf either. He need to be doing
but that's his hometown. He want to go back. Yeah. And he want to go back to his hometown, too. That's his hometown.
Man. I want $1 billion, man. Shoot. Things you want sometime. But, man, in closing, man, what else you got before I let you go?
But in closing, like I said, I like the way the season is going.
Right.
They said no drama. And let's be real, Law.
Right.
Really, what they said when it's no drama, there's really was no drama. The drama was made by some content creators and the guys on TV. George Pickens ain't never say a word. He said nothing.
He don't give you stuff. He's the most distinguished gentleman because here's the thing. Every negative connotation that everyone ever implied about George, we haven't seen it. We haven't, like we as Cowboy fans, we've been around some bad apples, especially from a player speaking out and stuff. We haven't seen not one. It's not one that you can really point out. Only stuff that like people are fabricating stuff like, oh, if you pay him, then you can't pay CD, or hey, who's the real number one, or CD
right.
It's all this stuff on the outside
that they wish for things. that they wish to happen, all this drama that people are wishing to happen,
right?
Going on their platforms, wishing to happen, all throwing all these hypotheticals out there, and what they think he mean when he say this and that. I remember that video when George said and he shrugged his shoulders. People couldn't wait to go online to talk about, oh man, he's disgruntled, man, see Jerry, blah blah blah, and then come to find out that's how that man talked and all this. Now they want to move the goalpost and say, oh man, he might not play, he might not want to go across the middle. Y'all just stop it, man. Y'all not really making content, man. Y'all BSing, bro. Y'all BSing and putting y'all narratives out there, bro. That pisses me off. Y'all operate from the facts, and the facts is George Pickens is comfortable where he's at. He understands. Let's go make content off of that. But they won't. They won't. But they'll come out and say, wear this and wear that.
No doubt,
man. Look, it pisses me off, bro.
Well,
how about those Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? As long as you didn't say that other word,
how about those Knicks?
How
about those Knicks? You know what time it is? We champions. Parade is tomorrow. Let's go.
Shame.
Shame.
So let me ask you this though, 100%, 100 grand. What you gonna do with them damn Miami? Are you still rooting for Miami?
It's back to Miami.
It's back to Miami now. Okay. I'm just making sure.
After tomorrow, it's back to Miami.
Oh, okay.
I told you what it was.
I know. You told me. You know, Nick's your side chick. You know, sometimes.
I'm not one of those people.
Hey man, sometimes the side piece, the side dish is better than the main course. Sometimes.
I just was about to say that. Come on now. Hey, Lord. The side piece get it the best. Come on, Lord. True. You know what I mean? A lot of times you would rather the side than the main. It's crazy out
there. Now, let me ask you this now. Chief. Let me ask you this. Is it now? I don't know. Y'all East Coast. I don't know, but us Southern folks, man. Do you eat spaghetti and fish?
Yeah, we eat spaghetti and fish. I'm an East Coast boy, but my family is from the South. So you know what I'm saying.
Now which
I got
one?
Some Southern in me.
So which one would be considered the side piece? The spaghetti or the fish?
The fish.
Okay. But they go together, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I had to check you on that one. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man. Go New York, go pep down. Yes, indeed. And that side dish was better than the main course, man. But you got to have it, when you have. It's sometimes like when the mac and cheese and the yams collide, it's just like a powerful message that the both sides combine, It's better than the damn main dish. So you may have a piece of chicken or something like that on there, but something about let me get my guy Too Cool in here, man, for the 210. You in. My guy, what's good with you, man? I'll tell y'all about that a little later. But yeah, what's good with you, Too Cool? What's good with you, man?
What's good with you, Lo?
Nothing much, man.
I 1000% agree with 100 grand. Example would be Emmanuel Acho.
Okay.
He put this narrative out there that the Cowboys is disrespecting George Pickens, George Pickens can go out there and get injured. Even if you pay him, he can go out there and get injured, and you can still lose return on investment as the individual that's paying, right? Jerry Jones can lose return on investment if George Pickens get hurt. I think based off what George Pickens done and the way he's handling the situation, if George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb goes out there and do what they're supposed to do, I believe George Pickens get a new contract in the middle of the year.
That would be the ideal, Don't wait to the end of it because it's gonna be even higher. Yeah. So you got to get him done. You rip it up in the middle of the year and give him a brand new contract. Yep.
And then I think this is a thing that's going on right now. When it comes to if you kind of slow down and listen to what the Cowboys, the front office is saying, it kind of makes sense. When you look at CeeDee Lamb contract is up in 2028. Dak Prescott contract is up in 2028, right? So you would be putting Pickens on a 4-year, probably 3 to 4 year deal to about 2029. I think what the Cowboys is trying to see right now, can we extend Williams and what that look like? Because to me, if you extend Williams and Caleb Downs as a freshman, a rookie, you're saying right now that the cornerstone or the focal point of the Dallas Cowboys will be on offense when it comes to everybody that they got on the offensive side of the ball that's making the money. With Caleb Downs being a rookie, if they hit on Caleb Downs, you then can build a team on the defense around that cat right there, which means he don't need a contract until what, 4 years from now?
Facts. The thing
right.
is that if you want it, like if you're looking at down the stretch, 2028, 2029, it's very grimish, right? I'm gonna be real with you. Down the stretch, it looks very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, the only contract that you ultimately need to work on, if you just want to do one contract at a time, would be George Pickens. But I do agree that Quinnen Williams' contract is something that I will focus on first because of the simple fact, to me, I think that the Dallas Cowboys need to focus on defense. Defense win championship. Offense always been maintainable. If you really look at it like that,
I think, and I also think this, it's not to bring Dak up in the
Toxic Tom do come up with a brilliant deal too. Is that the new TV deal come out in 2029, right? So you know how sometimes players will say, "Hey man, I'm holding out." Their agent will talk to the player and say, "Hey, you might want to hold out for that new money to come in. You don't want to get paid and then the new money come in and it waters down everything. You might want to wait a little bit." So that is another thing too, but that's 2029. By that time, shoot, the jury is already out on Dak Prescott, in my opinion. Unfortunately.
That's what my next point was going to, because CeeDee Lamb is 27, George Pickens is 25. Birthday, CeeDee Lamb birthday is in April next year, so he'd be 28.
Right.
That's a hard decision to make, right? If I invest all my coins almost into my receiving core, and Dak cannot go out there and get us to the promised land, because when you look at the team now, and when the season starts, barring injury, Dak has no excuse. And not to put all the pressure on Dak, but now you say, hey, I'm going to go sign George Pickens. If we sign George Pickens and we got CeeDee Lamb, and Dak still throwing interceptions in the playoffs and something like that, now you can build. You have a cornerstone you already started up on, and you can go get a rookie quarterback or sign a quarterback in free agency to come in with that team, and your offensive side of the ball will already be established.
You know what? And this goes back to my conversational piece with, I don't know if Lil Dallas in here or the guy, Dak Delusional guy, and some of the people that can't stand Dak Prescott, Brandon, my guy Brandon, who calls in. This would be the year if, and I'm using the word operative, if you got CeeDee Lamb and you got GP, you got Javonte Williams, you got this offensive line, regardless of the situation, for what it is, this should be the damn year that it'll be hard to be a Dak apologist and say, well, it's not Dak's fault on offense. If he plays like that, you get what I'm saying? Like, this should be the year that Dak should be the least of anybody's worry. That this should finally be a year where you don't have to put everything on Forrest's back and you say, okay, now we can win games by running the damn ball, or the defense can close it out. But we know for sure in our back pocket, if we need Ford to go and get the dub, then he should be able to get it. This should be, I hate to say this, but I got to say this. This is no excuse year for Dak Prescott. I mean, come on, man. What else do you want from him at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have any wiggle room to even say, hey, man, because you got the play caller who's been around you for at least since 2021, 2022, and that's Schottenheimer, right? So it's technically the same languages in certain degrees, right? You got your wide receiver, you got GP, you got run game, you got everything that now you got everything. But what people were saying in the past, as if though this team was already built like this in the past. No, this team is just now being built like this on all levels, right?
Mm-hmm. So to me, when you go back to last year, when you look at this year and you look at all the moves that was made last year, to me, that's why I kept saying last year that to me, Jerry Jones won off season. Jerry Jones won last year with all the moves that he made last year. Right. I mean, when he moved Micah, it didn't look promising, right? But when you fast forward to right now, Javonte Williams wasn't a sexy draft, a sexy signing when they went and signed him. You had people saying, why would they go get somebody that's injury prone, right? When they went and traded for George Pickens, that wasn't a sexy trade because everybody was saying, why would they go get a disgruntled player to come to Dallas in that big ass market with all that spotlight to only get in more off the field issues and or on the field issues when it comes to temper tantrums. So when you look at those picks and everything he did last year, Jones got, like I said, up until now, Jerry Jones has won on all the moves that he has made, even with this year's draft.
Right. Yeah. So I give Jerry, I'm not still giving him flowers right now, too cool. I gave him some seeds. I know you're giving him flowers. But I'm gonna see, man. I may put some water on it, man, by the time Oxnard hit, and then we'll see how things go by preseason.
But then also too though, like when you look at the team right now, like outside of probably a linebacker and a running back, what do the Cowboys like? What's lacking for them right now? Outside of going out there putting everything they got right now on the field and performing, what do you feel is lacking for the Cowboys? All
right, so I got the area of the unknown on defense, right? I'm still moving that to the shelf, right? I have a personal feeling that this defense is going to be good, but my personal feeling is like, okay, I'm a little biased with that, right? Now, on offense, I'm looking at the only reservation I got on offense is still the left tackle spot and the right tackle spot. I got reservations on that naturally, right? Like these guys haven't been showing us anything. Now, I have an upside feeling on Tyler Guyton that he's going to perform a whole lot better because I saw improvement last season, right? And I have reservations just a little bit on the backup of the running backs. I know Javonte Williams, if healthy, I know how he's going to run, but I just don't know who's going to come in behind him that's going to keep that temperament. That's the only thing that I have as far as this team.
All right, brother, that's all I got. How about
Appreciate
the Cowboys?
You, man. Thank you, man. That's too cool from the 210, man. Thank you so much for calling in. So that's my only reservation. Like, I think that the play callers, the way that they're going to call plays this season is going to be cool. But that's with any running back, right? It was necessary for Dwayne Thomas to be healthy when Roger Staubach was throwing the ball. It was necessary for Tony Dorsett to be healthy. Matter of fact, it was necessary for Emmitt Smith. You know, because if Emmitt would have went down in any of those years, right, it would have been a big, massive drop-off, and look how good our team was then. So, and just to be real, you know, it wasn't nobody banging the table saying, hey, put Lincoln Coleman in there, man. He's going to be able to do what Emmitt did behind that O-line. No, people wasn't banging the table for those people to be the backup running back. So it had to be that the triplets stay healthy. Man, we were panicking a little bit when Emmitt Smith separated his shoulder. It's just the fact that he was just great like that. So health do play a major role, not a minor role. So we got to figure that part out. But overall, I think that the offense, if everyone stay healthy, regardless of my reservations on the left tackle, right tackle, and then the backup running back, that this offense can literally still be a top 3 offense in the National Football League. Or better. Now, red zone, they say that they're going to improve on that. So we'll be waiting to see that. And matter of fact, to me personally, that's something that we got to wait on week 1, week 2. because preseason you really can't gauge it. And then in Oxnard, I mean, it's always 50-50 out there watching those competitions. So we got to wait until the season kickoff on whether or not we going to be any damn good in red zone. So, yes, Hudson says Troy Aikman didn't look good without Emmett. I think Troy Aikman won one damn game. He was like one and whatever until Emmett came. So, yeah, that is a two-way street. I got Devin the Dude, man. What's good with you? You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on with you, Law? How you doing?
Not much, man. Not much, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I agree with totally what you just said about health wise and everything like that. Our offensive unit, we're gonna be top 5. We're gonna be within that. We've been within that the last few years, as long as Dak healthy and all the weapons and everything like that. I totally agree. I'm kind of questionable about that left tackle position, but I think he'll be all right. And linebacker, those are my two things. I'm kind of iffy on the backup because I know everybody wants Blue because Blue is that explosive playmaker, and I agree with that. But I think they probably going to end up giving Maffa more rest because he fits with Clayton Adams and Shoddy, like, if you're just going off their pass and the pass type of running backs that they, you know what I'm saying, usually have in their offensive schemes and things like that.
Yeah.
But Law, I was thinking about something, and I was thinking about the Rams, probably going to end up, and how they move and operate. Have you ever heard the theory or the concept 10X is easier than 2X?
No, man, break that down. I'm all ears.
So you take the Rams, for example. You know what I'm saying? They say F them picks. They would rather take them first-round picks and go get a guaranteed all-pro future Hall of Famer in Myles Garrett. Versus the Cowboys, we going to roll the dice, and then we end up with Mozzie Smith. You know what I'm saying? It was easier to use that first-round pick to go get a guaranteed player that going to come out there and perform versus rolling the dice and say, oh, he may have or may not. Now I like the way we moved this past off season with the trades, because take, for example, just what we did when we took that third-round pick to go get George Pickens. What third-round pick that had we picked in the past able to produce like George Pickens?
Not many, man. Not many at all.
You can't think of none. You know what I'm saying? And taking a second-round pick and first-round pick, like I said, we took that first and we got Quentin Williams. You know what I'm saying? We ain't picked a Quentin Williams type player since, you know what I'm saying, D tackling forever, since Russell Maryland, So what with the Rams, they feel like, hey, I'd rather use our picks to go get guaranteed players and supplement. And I wish we would have did that when it came like the left tackle. Go sign a Laramie Tunsil or somebody in the offseason that we know can come in and play and keep our quarterback upright. You know what I'm saying? And if you would have picked, Guyton, have him back up and still learn the ropes, because, Guyton really ain't got that many years of tackle experience. You know what I'm saying? Coming from basketball, playing 1 year at Oklahoma, and then now he's a first-round pick and playing, at a premier position. But, our team is moving a little bit different. I like the way that we came in and, we didn't have any holdovers on defense. They just cleared house and let the defensive coordinator come in and pick all his people. Let Shoddy and CP do their thing and get their whole staff, and that's another way that we're moving different. And, one other thing I learned from that book was the guy talked about, Michelangelo, the artist, and, he did the Statue of David. And they said, he took this big block of marble, you know what I'm saying? And they said, how did you make David from this big block of marble? And he said, I just took away everything that didn't resemble David. And, you know, in order to be a Super Bowl caliber team, you got to remove some things that don't look like a Super Bowl caliber team. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
like
if you
that.
ain't got people that's bought into the system, you know, we got rid of Diggs. We got, you know, Oso was a good captain and had some good things, but he didn't fit what we wanted, so we had to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? You know, trade him away and get something back. You know what I'm saying? And the way we moved in off season, we ain't got no drama really, you know what I'm saying, other than what the 3 and 4 letters making up about George Pickens or whatever to that nature. But we ain't got no hold-ins, holdouts, and all that kind of good, all that, you know, negative energy going in. And so we coming in a positive light. And in order to be a Super Bowl caliber team, you got to get rid of those things that don't look like a Super Bowl caliber team. And you know what I'm saying? You got to move and operate in a new way. And so I like that. I think that we can be what the New England Patriots was last year, you know, coming from out of nowhere and into the Super Bowl. I think we can do that, especially if this defense at least get middle of the pack. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all I got to say. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man?
You know,
appreciate you, man.
Having me on.
Thank you, man. That's Devin the Dude, man, from my home, Skillet, the 601. I do like his thought tracks, man, about if you can feel that way, you jump all the way in on it. The Joneses, we just don't operate that way. This is a family-owned business, man, and that so happened to be one of the most successful family-owned business. So they move different. There's nobody that can get fired, right? L.A., you can get fired. You know, you got different temperaments there, and that's just how they operate. They operate out of uncomfort. We operate out of comfort. TA Cowboys 6879. Or 6890, I meant to say, for the 499 says evening law chat. I can't hang, but I will be back with the replay gang. Appreciate you. Let's go Cowboys. I see you, TA Cowboys. Yeah, no, I see you. All right. With that being said, I got DP from the 979, but when I held that 9, all I can see with my mama's eyes. What's good with you? You're live on the nation. Talk to me, man.
Man, what's going on with you, Lau?
Not much, man.
Feel like I ain't called in a minute, but neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
Am I coming in okay?
You good. I can tell you driving though, but keep going. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if it starts getting too loud and muffled, then you can go ahead and drop me.
Yeah.
So don't shake me with the butter knife on this one, but I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be like one of the few times I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you on the Dak thing about the no excuses type thing, and I'll give you my reasons why.
Go ahead.
So for me, yeah, he's got run game. He's got 2 quality wide receivers, but we still don't know about the tackles, how those guys are gonna hold up. And also, you also have to think about the defense. Now, do I think the defense is going to be as bad as it was last year? No, I don't. But we still don't know how they're going to look. Are they going to be able to compete against the top offenses in the league? Now, this is not me trying to put all of the pressure on the defense, but they were just – I haven't seen Dallas have a good, legitimate type defense in a while. I know some people are going to bring up Dan Quinn's defenses, and I'm sorry, they can miss me with that because I never felt that the defenses Dan Quinn had were good. I thought they were just average. I mean, they could force a bunch of turnovers, but that was it. I just felt like if they couldn't force turnovers, then they would get obliterated by teams out there. Like, for example, when they got beat by the 49ers, with that game against the Bills, when they let James Cook rush for almost 200 yards, and the Packers game in the playoff, we all remember that, now again, this is not me trying to excuse Dak from any kind of blame. I mean, he plays on the team, so he shares blame along with the guys. I just don't feel like this should. But like I said again, I think if the defense is bad, I don't think that it should just be all on him. But and just one last thing on that is it blows my mind how Jerry and Stephen Jones all of a sudden are wanting to put an emphasis on upgrading the defense. I don't understand how it took these guys basically Dak's whole career, like what he's been, this be his 11th year. Now all of a sudden you want to put this heavy focus on one to improve the defense. Like if me, who's somebody who never played the game of football, if I can look and watch that this team has not had a good front four in over 10 plus years, how in the hell can they not see that? You know? And me, I get there. You got the Jerry apologists out there. You know, they want to sit on his lap, all this kind of stuff. But I'm not about to sit back here and praise him for doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's his job. He's supposed to be trying to make this team better and put this team in a position to compete. He's the GM, you know. So I'm not with this whole him moving different. He doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's his job.
Yeah, he's doing his job. So when I say that zero excuses for Dak Prescott, and I get what you're coming from on that aspect of it, meaning that it'll be hard pressed for what we can see if we get to the postseason, and let's say Dak Prescott throws 2 INTs, one for a pick six, and the other one is like an ill-advised pass in the middle of the field, and he put us in a deficit, right? And it'd be kind of hard pressed for us to even try to put our mouths together to say, okay, well, look at the wide receivers, look at they stopping on this route. At some point, the onus going to have to be on Dak Prescott. But I get exactly what you're saying, that he shouldn't be getting all of the blame. My thing is, I want this team to be so well put together that you don't have to just rely on 4, right? I want us to be like the Elway Broncos, you know what I'm saying? Like that one year that even Brett Favre won a Super Bowl when you had the kickoff return guy, I forgot his name. He threw up the X.
Desmond Howard, I think.
Desmond Howard, I believe. Did he throw up the X? No, but he did. He did eat when he got to that damn Super Bowl, or all that year he was the X factor for them. So I like those type of things, right? I was talking to an Eagle fan, and I was saying that they were just bloviating about Jalen Hurts in the postseason and beyond. I said, yeah, Jalen Hurts may have balled out versus Pat Mahomes in that Super Bowl, but let's not be idiotic and say that Jalen Hurts did that all by himself, because before going there, you had Saquon Barkley running over everybody. I would like to have that at least one time, right? We don't see those type of things here. The last 4 or 5 playoff games since 2018, the average running back been averaging 2.4 yards per tote. 2.4, like you can't win. You can't win like that. And I get it. You know, people will point at other things what Dak Prescott did, but you can't win in the National Football League in the postseason when everybody knows that you're going to run and they can still stop it, and everybody know that you're passing and they dropping everybody and saying run the ball, and you still can't run on them even within the light box. Come on, man. So yeah. So I agree to disagree with what you said, but I do also understand what you're saying, basically.
I'm the same. Yeah, no, and when you talked about the pick six and the ill-advised interception. No, I definitely on the same boat with that. Dak Prescott. Yeah, he most definitely can't be doing that once he gets into the playoffs. So I mean, again, I don't think that the defense is going to be as bad as it was last year. I mean, it can't get no worse than it did last year.
Right.
But I do think that me personally, I still have my reservations on the linebackers. I would like for them to go after somebody. I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't seem like they are. Seem like they're just going to be settled on what they have. So we're just going to have to just see how that's going to work out. But yeah, I do. I am interested to see how are both sides of the ball going to complement each other. So, but I appreciate you giving me a chance to speak, Love.
No doubt, man. Good call from my guy DP, man. Good call from the 979. So we got to.
The conference has been locked.
We got to make sure that we adhere to all of those things, right? And there's zero excuses. But the thing is, we haven't been in anybody's playoff game in the last 2 years, right? That's a long time, right? And the quarterback, of course, year before last wasn't healthy, right? Because he tore up his damn hamstring. And now last season he was healthy, but the defense wasn't there. So we had the peanut butter, no jelly type of conversation. Well, I hope that we have peanut butter and jelly now. Speaking of that, let's make it quick. I got four remaining callers, right? Let's make it quick because I got to be somewhere, and I want to be able to get to you guys. So let's get Donnie from the 909, and then I got DJ, and hold tight from there. I got Donnie from the 909. You're live. Talk to me. All right, man, I'm making it quick. Donnie, call back tomorrow. 607 DJ, you live.
Hey, what's going on, Law? What's going on? Hey, yo, before I say something quick before Pickens, I want to say something about the last caller. This year, it cannot be on Dak. Everything else is got to work, especially our defense. But if everything's clicking, Dak can't be the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I just had to clear that up real quick. Because he cannot be the problem. But you know what I want to say real quick? Yo, you know what? We got to shut up before somebody gets to the microphone. Everybody is putting in the perspective that GP is this person until he got to the microphone.
Right.
All the boy wants to do is play. Yo, if he realized what he said, you don't take the gems out of there. He said, yo, I've been playing ball for like 10 or 15 years for free with his money. Right. He don't even want it. He don't even care about the big contract. That's music to our ears. Oh, my God, he wants to come and play ball. He wants to win a Super Bowl. This is what nobody guessed he would say this. Nobody in America would guess he would say this.
Right.
So you know what? Let's just go. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's all I've been waiting here. Let's go, man. That's all I'm making sure. But DC polite, boy.
Let's go, man. That's my guy, man. DJ, man, from the 607. Appreciate him. So he was saying that basically, shut up when it's time to talk about GP, man. He's been hitting us with all types of whatever you thought that he was. He's not that, So I agree with him in all what he's saying. All right, I got the big Amish from the 202. You're live.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Law?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to throw flowers at George Pickens' way.
Come on with it, man.
Because his silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
For himself, his character, his wisdom, his knowledge of business, but more importantly, it speaks about himself, his character. And what it does is it sets an example for the rest of the team. People are not realizing what he has done. Unless I'm wrong, his silence for the past year, I'm not seeing anything in Pittsburgh. I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything that happened there. But from what I've seen and how he's handled himself, he's putting in more dollars in his bank account than people realize. That's number one. Right? But the message to the team is keep your mouth shut, do your job, right? And for him, he excels at making impact plays when the chips are down. When you need a play, he's the one who gets it. That's what I saw last year. I've not seen him. I mean, maybe he's missed a ball or two, but he bails out. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Dak Prescott, when he's down and he needs a play, he was going to GP. That was evident throughout last year.
Yeah.
So but what the message to the rest of the team is, don't talk. If I'm old school, so I don't want to. You shouldn't be talking about a Super Bowl or anything like that. I don't think he has. I think you do your work, you stay low, you stay humble in your mind. Right? I mean, publicly you stay humble, but inside that's burning you. Amongst your teammates, the Super Bowl is the goal, and everyone knows it.
Right.
But you shouldn't do it publicly because we know one thing. The Cowboys, when you put the Cowboys in the lead, for whatever reason, right, it plays in your mind. That overconfidence comes in, especially during the playoffs. That's what I've seen.
Right.
I'm not saying right or wrong, but the mentality and the message that George Pickens is sending to his colleagues on that Cowboys team is whatever you think, keep it to yourself, but let's play as a team and kick the hell out of the NFL and win that Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
Y'all, come on with it, man. That's Big Amish, man, from the 202, man, always bringing and delivering us some great details and his point of view of things. Last but not least, man, I got my guy who, a resident of California, to live and die in L.A. and all of that great stuff. I got my guy MJ from the 206. You in the mix. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. What you got for me?
Oh, it's good. Hey, what's up, Lord?
Not much, man. What you got going,
Man,
man?
you get your reel off the phone. Your boy Pickens, he did the right thing. Get his money. Forget listening to them stupid other people.
Yeah.
You know, them people that tell us hold out. Nah, man. 28 mil, I'm not holding out. I'm getting all my money. You know what I'm saying? So, boo-hoo to the haters. They wanted him to hold out so they could have something to talk about. That's even some of our podcasters. Some of our podcasters became a cancer. Hey, you notice that, bro?
Hey, man, it's difficult out here, man. It's a saturated market, so a lot of people got to find stuff to talk about. And me, man, shoot, look, I've been on this live for like 2 hours, man. We talking about pretty much nothing.
I know.
I know, man. I know it's just how it is in the football world and Cowboys world, right? It's so many people in this market.
I think I'm gonna come to a game, and I'm gonna come to a game in Texas. I ain't picked the game yet, but they play here too, so I'm gonna go to the Rams game when they come here.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm gonna go to a game in Texas too. I picked 2 games to go to.
Okay.
Cause you know them pick, boy. Like you say, them prices expensive.
They're expensive, man. They are, man. I already know, man. But what you got for me, man? What you got for me, bro?
Man, I'm just saying, you just call in. I just been listening to you. I ain't called in a long time.
Yes, indeed,
I got 2
man.
little Arizona young ladies in the car with me. They from ASU.
ASU,
In
man.
the car with me.
So they know Brandon Ayuk. He's from that school, okay.
Yeah, he went to Brandon Ayuk. Did he get picked up today or something?
Nah. I don't know what's going on with him. I think that the 49ers he's on a contract still with them, or they're looking to trade him off. I don't know, you know.
He hates him. He pissed off.
Heck yeah, bro. So it's crazy, man. But outside of that, man, everything been great with you, man. Hopefully that we can secure enough things that I see you next month, man, and we talk about the Cowboys and at the Red Robin that we gonna turn blue.
You gonna go to we'll meet at the Red Robin again.
Yeah.
I'll come there in Oxnard and we'll hook up for sure.
Certainly,
next
man.
month.
Yeah, next month, man.
All
So,
right, but
appreciate you, man.
Hey, tell all the haters, chill out.
Chill out,
How
man.
about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? Yes, indeed. That's
Oh,
my
she
guy.
like the Cowboys too. She
Uh.
said, I like the Cowboys too.
Who that?
Stop crying!
Who that? No doubt, man. Tell her, man, come on out to Oxnard next month, and let's not have a good time, but let's have a great time, you know.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
You
Peace,
know.
man.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Good show, man.
No doubt, man. Salute, bro. Appreciate that's my guy, MJ. Donnie, I saw you try to call back
has
in.
been unlocked.
Donnie, call right back in. I'm going to get you, man, because you've been waiting in the queue for a long time, longer than Jay Leno's chin. So, Donnie, I saw you in the queue. Come on, jump back on in so I can get you before we depart. But I really appreciate you guys so much. And we waiting on Donnie to call back in. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds, Donnie. Well, nah, 15 seconds, 14. There we go. 13, 10, 9, 8. Donnie, you're live, man. You have won the car. You know, what's good with you, man? Yeah, one of these days I'll be giving away cars. Hey, Donnie, you the lucky caller of the hour. You know.
What's up, my brother? How are you?
Man, I'm great, man. Can't complain.
A couple of things, Law. First, when it comes to the Cowboys, I'm happy with what they've done this offseason.
Right.
I've been beating this horse.
Let's just pause all the way.
Yeah, exactly. Pause. But
go ahead.
No, man, I in order for this, because I gave the Cowboys a grade like a B plus as far as the offseason is concerned. But man, Law, I still would like the Cowboys to revisit the Max Crosby thing, man, because they obviously showed us they were interested in bringing Max here. Matter of fact, they thought they had a deal with him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they did. Which reported they had a deal.
I forgot all about that.
Baltimore swooped in and offered more picks, but yeah, man, just revisit that. And if you bring Max Crosby to the Cowboys, to this team, now you got that B plus goes to an A plus, man. You've had an A plus all season. Okay? And
I think we had this conversation before, like a couple of weeks ago.
We did.
Yeah. You was like, Law, I disagree with you, Law.
A couple of weeks before it was Myles Garrett, and then you broke the news. Hey, breaking news!
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, truly
right
did.
when I was talking about that.
Yeah.
And then but I'm praying that they revisit that. Broadus mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. Matter of fact, when he was on his show with Bosch, they were listening. What are the things that you wish the Cowboys would do when they have that 6-week break? And Broadus said, I wish they would revisit the Max Crosby thing.
Yeah.
And I'm with them, man. I'm with them. You know, you were interested in them before. This time, you don't have to give up. You got Caleb Downs, okay?
Right.
So imagine having Caleb and Max, okay, and Lawrence. Yeah, you got to give up a first and a second. And I don't think the price will be like it was before, because the Raiders wanted 2 first-round picks. Okay?
Right.
But now that's changed. I think you can offer them a first and a second. But I just would like them to revisit that, man.
My only thing is, and I know I get difference of opinions with this, is that reps are very much so hard to come by. And the Cowboys, we don't fly under the radar. We make the radar move, right? So the thing is, I would love to have him. I'm not saying that I don't want him, but I would love for us to get through training camp in Oxnard, to do our evaluations, and also see what we got with our guys, right? And then if it don't shake out, then we can pick up the phone like we did with Jadeveon Clowney and call him after all of this stuff is said and done. I think that Max Crosby won't be ready anyhow week 1, week 2. So we have a little longitude and latitude that we can at least don't have to rush him to be out here in the Cowboys land, because he can do all of his recovering period time under the Raiders' watch, and nobody gives a damn about them. And I think that would be the better move for us right now. Getting Max Crosby would just throw in even more of too much optimism. I want people to still doubt us.
No, I totally agree with you. I'm not saying bringing him in now. I'm just saying get him on this 2026 team.
Right. I think we all come to that point where we agree that we want that.
Yeah, yeah. Because like you said, he's not going to be ready anyway. You know, these next couple of months. You know, he may miss the first couple of games. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. But
make a trade for Max Crosby. Just make it. Put him on this roster, and then that B plus would go to an A plus. I know you don't have that much time, but about as far as George Pickens and Law, we've had this discussion before, but I really believe and this is back all the way back in February, if you remember this. This is during the combine. When Jerry, Steven, David Mullengetter, and George Pickens, they met on Jerry's bus, okay? And they discussed what they wanted to do with George Pickens. And I believe they came to an agreement then. They told David and George, because Jerry even said it afterwards, what their discussion was all about.
Right.
And they agreed that we want you to play on the tag, okay? And then we want you to also do what you did this year, last year, do it again this year.
Right.
And then we will, I think, my opinion, I think that if George repeats what he did last year, I think the Cowboys are going to give him that extended contract. I truly believe that. And then what made me really believe it was just looking at George in his interview yesterday. George could have, just like Stephen Jones came out and when he met with the report, I think it was the press conference before the draft, he shut that down. He said, we're not negotiating a long contract with George Pickens. He shut that down. That was a message to the media because he didn't want them to ask questions about it.
Right.
Okay. George Pickens, Maul, he could have easily did the same thing yesterday.
Right.
He could have, when they came approaching reporters, he could have said, hey, guys, no questions about my contract. All questions about football. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. And he knew the reporters were going to ask him about his contract. And he stayed there. He was chilled. He was calm. He was smiling. He was laughing. He answered each and every question very calmly because I believe they have a plan. They have a plan. And George said, most importantly, it's the team. It's the team first. So I believe, I may be wrong. I may be wrong on this, but I believe when they met and on Jerry's bus back in February, they said what they were going to do as far as the Cowboys said what they were going to do. And Mullengetter apparently agreed with it because he told George to go there and sign the franchise tag. Go ahead and sign it. Okay, because it makes no sense if you go and sign it and then you hold out. That makes no sense to me. None. So I believe this was a plan in place, and I believe that, and I like what the caller said. Maybe
but in closing, Donnie, in closing,
that maybe the Cowboys would extend it in during the middle of the season. But I believe that's the plan, Law.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you so much, Donnie. Thank you for calling in.
Appreciate you, brother.
Let me hear you say it, though.
Go Cowboys. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. That's my guy, Donnie, man.
Goodbye.
From the 909 for your mind. Mullengetter. People talking about David Mullengetter. My thing is, before we depart, how he get up here? Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah. Had the man face all up in there. But before we depart, man, I just want to say that the Cowboys, regardless of the situation, we got to get better in all aspects of this game. Defensive wise, this is still wait and see. I'm more of the belief they let the youth get these reps, let them get all of this attention, let them not be working in vain. And when it's time for us to move and get off of it, then we circle the block and be like, okay, now we finna go get Max. Now, I'm seeing some comments in there talking about Jordan Brooks. That's something that you can move right? And we getting more and more details of everything. Shout out to, we got some info and intel. Shout out to my guy, John Machota.
Finally, question number 3.
Don't question them, okay? We got John Machota with more pictures and stuff out there at training camp. Let me see if I can pull this up. And bear with me, John Machota got some pictures. Ooh-wee. Yeah. That's what we like to see right here, ladies and gentlemen. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah. DeMarvion Overshown. Nothing on the knees. The synovial fluid is synovian. And on top of that, I do like the way that he said that he got the best knees in the National Football League because they've been reconstructed knees and all of this stuff. I might have to go get me some of those knees, man. But I appreciate you, Aero. And he said, Law, you the best in the game, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, Chris May, Overkiller. Appreciate you, Dak Stresscott. If that image is what I think it is, that's wild, you know? Oh, my gosh, boy. Yes, indeed. But, no, here we go.
Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord.
No, wrong one. Here we go.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
But what's good with everybody, man? Thank all of you guys for tuning in and being part of these casual conversations that help the nation grow. On my way out, I just want to let you guys know that in life, it is for what it is. As they say, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal with lies or hating and yet give way to hating. And don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, oh yes, and treat those two imposters just the same. Lord, I'm still working on all of those things, as you guys all know. If you can bear to hear the truth you spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole life for broken and stooped and built back up again with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all of your earnings and risk it like Jerry do on one turn or game, a pitch and toss, but to lose and start again at your beginning and never breathe one word of your loss. If you can walk with kings and presidents nor lose the calming touch. A lot of people need to do that. There's a lot of people that lost the common touch. There's a lot of people that got in their own way. But if you can feel the unforgiving minutes of 60 seconds worth of distance run, then you, my friend, have unlocked the true meaning of what it takes to be not just a winner, not just to be a nobleman, not just to be a content creator, ain't this right, Davies? Or a gambler, or OG, 2 Triller. But what you have unlocked if you follow those type of things, as I see somebody says, Wednesday wisdom, Arrow. But what have you have unlocked is the true meaning of what it takes to be a man. Those things I'm still working on because I lose my temper sometimes. I lose my way with some things, right? And I sometimes can't bear to hear the truth that was spoken, that was twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools on my end. I'm very much so imperfect. But nothing is impossible to make things change. I remember, if you really read the word itself, impossible, it states, I am possible. right? So we put our meanings to words into our own boxes of these conversations. So without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, yes, there may be others that moves in this space better. There may be others that probably know a little bit more. There may be others that can give you a Costco sample size just as much as you guys need. But authentically speaking, there would never be another Law Nation that's going to deliver you guys this information for this time frame, on this life or next. Come on with it. So I'm here, battered and bruised in the cyclings of the Cowboys. We spit out these truths. And if you don't like them, grab that umbrella, because my truth of spit is going to be upon all of you guys. That day, we are hasting the day that we can also celebrate, just like the Knicks. It took them 53 years, 53 seasons. And lo and behold, we are not folding up anywhere. Because even if it take us that length of time, Haymaker Network will be here. Jerry Jones will be here. Ice Cold Cowboys will be here. Chris May Overkiller will be here. Dak Strescott will be here. Those that's in the chat will be here, rooting for the Cowboys, because the beat of our heart cries out, DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to absolutely nothing but the best. Come on, baby! That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Come on, where my button at? Yeah. All right.
Time to run it off.
Yeah.
I wake up.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now it's time
I wake up
to roll those credits. Shout out to you, Chris. Shout out to your unlucky future vision. Come on, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you. Yeah, Ace Boogie. Where we at?
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGregor.
Yeah.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, we need 6 rings, baby.
I wake up,
yeah.
Thumb down that check, no drip.
The longest outro in the land, longer than Shaq's feet. Wemby's back. The drought is over for the Knicks. Come on.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might but first I tell her run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip where
to the Oxnard. Come on, baby.
Come through in a hurry.
Shout out to you.
Those London boys
Dak
don't come to play, you
Strescott.
should get worried. One false move, find yourself they getting buried. This with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise
Come on, baby.
that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip, this wet, tell her run it up.
Come on, baby.
Might crash, might but first I
Stretch.
run it up.
Appreciate you.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip, this wet,
George.
no sleep, no rest.
Down, boy.
Crash, might, but first I tell her run it up.
Until next time, let's go, baby. Look. Let's do an extra long. Hey, yo. Mama said that there will be days, literally, just like this. Come on. Shout out to the Haymaker, though. Pull up on the Haymaker Network, man. That we about to do some crazy, great things there, by the way. David Jenkins in the building, baby. Shout out to you. Who do shots out, man? Let me know if y'all go to podcasters and they doing shots out, man. Sometimes people get too big to do shots out, man. And you. Toxic Tom, appreciate you. What we tell him? Aztec, what's good? CeeLo's. Don't let the street lights lay your tune. I follow the neighborhood skeptic. That's DP. Come on, put something in the chat so I can shout y'all out, man. So we can be on syndicated news. Come on with it. 420. And remember, you're smoking with nothing but the best. Come on. All in one. Beer's $3.50. It hit you. Don't let them hit you, baby. I be only too. Oh, I follow wherever you go. Whatever you do, play it too. As the world spins. Yup.
If a paper crane can fly, then barely doesn't feel that.
Come on, choir.
So far, if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, if a paper crane can fly.
How much gas is out there, Davies? How much gas money? What's the gas price now out that way, man? Come on, man. What's the gas price now out there in Oxnard? Sometimes it would be better for me to Uber back and forth to practice versus driving. You know, you just depending on how you look at the gas and the parking and all of that. Sometimes you come out better to just Uber. If you're going out to Oxnard, tips, sometimes it's just better to just Uber from your hotel to the practice, because if you're going to pay a kidney to park, right, and the spleen to park on gas and everything, sometimes it's just better to pay that $10, $15 to just Uber to Oxnard practice field, and then knowing that you're going to pay about, what, $25 to $30 versus driving and you using gas and you paying $30 to park. So yeah, sometimes it's better to just Uber there. It's just depending on where your apartment or hotel and all of that stuff is, accommodation if you do Airbnb. You know what? Since the Cowboys got a 10-year contract, I need to be looking for land out there because I'm going every year. I need to be looking for land and or property. But I know housing in L.A. and Oxnard is $1 million just for a 1,000 square foot property. But it's just crazy like that, huh? Yeah. So you're right. Maybe we need to find Nate Davies. Since you out there, go hit up some of them buildings, them stores, man, and ask do they need Law Nation to pull up and do a podcast and see if they got any money out there. And we'll do a pop-up podcast show out there. How about that, Davies? Since you there, hit up all of those businesses out there. Tell them that Law Nation coming. We're going to bring the crowd, and we're gonna need their help, the nation out. So we'll do our post-practice report at their building. How about that? Come on, I need eyes and ears out there in Oxnard. He said, no, next stop is the East Side Motel. Hey. Motel Law, man. Shoot, I'll be Super 8. The Deluxe Inn Law, baby. This episode is brought to you by the Deluxe Inn. The Super 8. Ain't no shame in my game.
I'm still them boys.
I'm still them boys. What we tell them? Hey. The only thing that I got my reservation on Airbnb, I've been watching so many of these suspense movies. I wouldn't want nobody with a hidden camera up in there. Or somebody sleeping up under the basement and they climb up out of there at night and tickle my toes or something. Or they got ghosts or paranormal activities. That's the only reason why I don't do those damn Airbnbs. You just feel like somebody watching you from the other side of the mirror. Motel 6, baby. This episode is brought to you by Red Roof Inn. We'll turn the red roof in to the blue roof. Come on with it. Hey, come on, baby. Let's get on up out of here in the words of
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Yeah, depend on you. If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Ice Cozy, the people under the stairs. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. That's why I say, man, I can't do Airbnb, man. You just never know, man. You know, don't know if are those sheets clean, you know. But if you go to a hotel, those accommodations that hey, I need new bed sheets, man, and your Wi-Fi is tripping, I'm gonna review y'all really heavy, you know. But Airbnb, man, somebody else can have a key be popped up in on you, you know. You sitting there, hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm a big fan of yours, Law, and you be sitting there like, man, it's one of them, you know. That's why I'd rather have the hotel, motel holiday and that type of thing. But appreciate y'all, man. One love, DC for life. The longest show episode, outro in the land. Cowboys, it's a competition at all times. That was the name of this one. Peace. We about. One love.
Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play for you?